Hello everyone. Today we will talk about Wyethia. Wyethia is basically a wonderful, a rare acute medicine, mostly used in acute phases. And the most prominent phase in which the Wyethia is used, that is hay fever. See the allergic response, a type of coryza. Mostly Wyethia indication is in the hay fever. So if we talk about what is the hay fever, so hay fever is basically an allergic response to different allergens, whatever type of allergen that can be different, but it is an allergic response, and the symptoms which comes, that will be itching and different types of coughing, so much itching and cough, watery discharge from eye and nose, itching with the watery discharge. This is all about hay fever, and sometimes the seasonal hay fever, also known as allergic rhinitis, because rhinitis is an inflammation and swelling of the nose, mucous membrane of the nose, and it is due to the allergens. That's why sometimes hay fever is also known as allergic rhinitis. And the most prominent month of action of the hay fever of Wyethia, that is mostly in the February to March. So the most prominent symptoms of the Wyethia on hay fever is now, that is, there is so much itching on the posterior part of the palate, means soft palate, and they get palliated with the rubbing with the soft material, that is tongue. So the Wyethia's action is itching on the soft palate, that is ameliorated with the tongue rubbing. And then there is constant swelling in the throat. There is the most problem in the throat. That's why they need to the compelled swelling, constant swelling, and they have to scratch for them. Now the symptoms of the Wyethia is mostly aggravated during the afternoon, and there is excessive dryness of the mucous membrane of the nose, and that dryness creates so much itching, because every dry things creates a composition of the itching. So will be so much itching, the problem will be get aggravate in the afternoon and get palliated with the itching with the tongue. Now during these type of symptoms, if you are going to prescribe the Wyethia, then it will clear the case the first time, it will control that attack of allergen only one time. But if you prescribe on the same symptoms on the second attack of allergen, then it will not going to be act, because this is basically a rare medicine. So first attack will be controlled by the Wyethia, but further you have to prescribe a constitutional medicine to the patient. Now sometimes these conditions of the Wyethia get also aggravate after the rainy seasons. Along with hay fever, the other sphere of action of the Wyethia is basically itching is prominent. So there will be itching in the nose and itching in the anal region, mostly in the children's. And obviously there is the sphere of action prominently on the throat. So if we talk about the throat, there can be pharyngitis. See how the red pharynx is, excessive pharyngitis, and posterior nares are so much dry. And the most prominent a disposition is, disposition either physical or mental is so much important. So in Wyethia there is a disposition of hog. Some patient have constant desire to clear the throat. These types of sounds make constantly to clear their throat, and this is a type of disposition that is known as the hog disposition. See how much important. So the most typical sphere of action of the Wyethia is on the throat, that creates itching, that is pharyngitis, that is a hog disposition. And along with this condition, the patient desire cold water. So during hay fever, if there is the excessive itching in the posterior palate and having cold water desire, then we can think of Wyethia, an acute medicine. Now, what is the feeling of Wyethia during this acute attack? Basically, if excessive throat complaint will be there, then they have a discomfort feeling. So while repertory, if you are going to open discomfort feeling, it is a direct rubric in the mind, and they have used to such problems that they have so much fear along with this, fear of disasters, that this will going to be again be further, or this will be not going to be good, it will again happens. There is always fear that something will be there happen, something will be. So during the attack, the mental status of Vaidya would be a fearful stage, depressional stage, depression of the spirits, and fear misfortune of how bad my luck, why only I am suffering with this. This is the mental status of the Vaithya during the attack. So basically it is an acute remedy, so it has only this type of sphere of action. Doing shortly, Wyethia is sphere of action in the pharynx, creating the pharyngitis, having the hawk disposition, and prescribed mostly in the hay fever when there is excessive itching in the soft or posterior part of the palate, having ameliorated with the rubbing with the tongue. So that's all about Wyethia. Thank you.